Good morning, and thank you for joining us. We're on the Leading the Industry podcast. I have Aaron Doughty here. I'm going to be interviewing him, putting him in the hot seat a little bit.
I like it.
About the then and now. So Aaron Doughty is our fearless owner and CEO and a broker with Silvercreek Realty Group. He has seen the company grow from around 30 people, around 30 agents. We're around 2,080 agents right now.
Yep.
That's a lot of growth. Over 15 years, you have seen a lot of real estate. You've seen a lot of agent success. You've seen a lot of agents struggle. And I'm really excited to dive into what real estate was like then and how it is now.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about grassroots. Where do we come from? Tell me about the 30 agent days.
Yeah. So I came from, right out of college, I graduated from Boise State. I jumped right into real estate and enjoyed a good stint doing brokerage, some development, some commercial development and stuff like that. And then 2008 happened, right? We all experienced a huge shift in the market. And it was at that point where I had to kind of reinvent myself and figure out what am I going to do with my life, because there's nothing really happening in the space that I was working in at the time. My dad had started some amazing companies here in the Valley, Ameriben being one, and they employ, 400 or 500 employees. Mm-hmm. And he had just retired. He was getting bored, wasn't really cut out for retirement at the time. And so we were presented this opportunity to buy a struggling real estate company. And people thought we were nuts, right? To go into real estate at a time like this. But the model that they were operating on was very unique. It was 100% commission, flat fee based. And we thought to ourselves, hey, I think we can make a go of this. This company had 40 or 50 agents, and they weren't paying their commission on time, and, agents were fleeing to other brokerages. And so we kind of came in, righted the ship, paid agents their commission, and thought, if we can get to 200 agents, I can scrape out a living. And then I think at that point, my dad was set. And so he was doing this more as a favor to me. And so we were operating off of Cole Road, and it was actually an old blood donor facility. I mean, you walk in, compared to the facilities we're in now, you had green carpet, and we were in there painting and trying to spruce it up. Yeah. And it was used
furniture. I've heard about
used furniture. It was the good old days. And so, but I started hitting the phones and recruiting. And
so recruiting at that time, tell me, were people surprised or concerned about your model of?
They were, yeah. I think a lot of people thought this is too good to be true, and so a lot of initial agents were part-timers, right?
Because what was the general model? What was the split?
In the industry, it was probably your 70-30 or 60-40 split, and we were proposing a flat fee of $450 per transaction.
Yeah, that does sound wild.
It does. Yeah. And our philosophy that back then, even as it is today, was, listen, it doesn't cost us any more to process a home that costs $1 million or a trailer. And so let's pick a fair fee that works fair for us and fair for the agent and see what happens. And at that time, the value proposition was the fee, right? And so we grew quickly, and things evolved, and we had the opportunity to purchase the building that we're in now, the headquarters there in Meridian.
That was the first building.
That was the first building.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Exactly. And lo and behold, it was a struggling real estate company that went out of business. And so that really gave us credibility in the market. And once we had that, we were able to start targeting some top producers in the Valley. Okay. And we had some incredible agents like Mike Brown and others who really took a chance on us, who believed in what we're doing and believed in our philosophy, and were able that moved their business to us, and things really blossomed from there. Yeah.
Mike Brown just got his own building.
Exactly. Yeah. Full circle. So things continue to grow and evolve. And once again, we're about helping our agents grow their business. It's not about us. It's what are your goals? What can we do to really see you thrive and succeed?
Yeah. So another thing is that our agents are our client.
That's exactly right.
And not the home buyer or home seller.
Exactly. And that's never changed.
Yeah, that's never changed. Okay, so tell me 3 things 15 years ago and today, 3 things that have not changed about Silvercreek Realty Group.
Number 1 is that the agent is always our customer. That has not changed. And I feel like that is what's really helped us keep the eye on the ball and really be focused on growing a business that's agent focused, right? It's not about putting money in our pocket. It's about if the agents are successful, we in turn are going to be successful. So that hasn't changed. Our commitment to innovation, I think that's another thing.
Yeah.
Back then, it was all about the value proposition of the flat fee. Today, it's about reinventing and continuing to invest in tools and services. So, and I think our staff is really good about that. You in particular, right? Pushing us in terms of, hey, I'm seeing the market go here. We need to adapt. We need to add this or that. And that's never changed. I think the minute you start to rest on your laurels is the minute that a competitor comes in or, complacency kills everything. One of my favorite quotes, the CEO of Hewlett Packard, she said that it's healthy paranoia is great, right? And so we kind of operate that like that at Silvercreek. You're always paranoid about what the economy is going to do, what agents are feeling and thinking, our staff being taken care of. And that, not to a point where you're paralyzed, but always being sensitive and paranoid to a certain extent really helps you stay on your game, I think.
Yeah, that's a really positive thing with our team. We don't have, as far as growth goes, we're very growth minded, right? We don't have a lot of competitors that are larger than us or producing more than us. So we're very much eyes on our own paper and how can we take an inch forward or take that step forward for our agents all the time and not really looking at competing with other brokerages.
For sure.
And that's been really fun to be on staff for that.
Yeah.
Okay, you gave me 2. What's number 3?
I think the third one is just our care for the agents. We are still a family-owned operation, right? That has not changed, and it will never change. As long as I'm here, we are all about the agent, and I guess that kind of goes along hand in hand with we are the customer. But we're still a open door family organization. Yeah. So if a staff member or an agent has a question or concern, they can come directly to us. We've intentionally not layered our organization with a lot of managers or bureaucracy because we want that open door communication, and being able to just listen to the agents and hear what they need and want is huge to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Tell me 3 things that are completely different from when Silvercreek started.
That's good. Yeah. Our facilities, for one. We're not in the blood donor facility anymore, which is great. Yeah. And so we have multiple offices throughout the entire state, which we're really proud of and excited. And that's kind of one thing that, as we've learned, a lot of brokerages have gone virtual, and that's great. But we found that still the core top producers love to congregate. They love to meet. They love that culture, that vibe that is created with just a positive work environment. Right. And so, we have invested in buildings that we own, and that's been a real positive for us. Right. You asked what's changed. Staff, for one. That's the other thing that really, I think, has transformed our business is we are a specialized company. We have trained professionals that are so knowledgeable in their department. One of the difficulties of being a small brokerage and having a broker that wears the hat of marketer, broker, recruiter, file auditor, all those different things, is that they're spread thin, and that is one of the things that our competitors sell against us, but they really don't have a knowledge of when you're specialized and you have 4 and 5 deep in every department, how that makes it so much better for the agent. I look at you, for example, you're focused on our marketing, right? And helping agents grow their business and create their brand and helping us as Silvercreek create that brand. And then at your disposal under you have 8 to 10 graphic designers, marketing specialists, media specialists, videographers. Like no other brokerage has those tools and resources. Right. And so, and then our IT department, to have a plethora of people there who know our tools, know our systems, and are there for our agents to help them if they get in a bind or glitch with their technology. That's just amazing. Yeah, it is phenomenal. You've done a really good job hiring hiring for specialized positions, but also talented people who actually care about their space. It's really, really cool to see. Other brokerages, I've been at other brokerages, and I have a lot of friends in other places too. We love being the master of our domain, and when that is real estate in general, you're doing 10 different things. And you see a lot of burnout and a lot of turnover. And a lot of people jumping around, but when you can be the master of your domain in one topic, I think that we can all grow and be an expert in our space, and it has elevated a lot. And we've been able to see that growth in the last 5 years. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah.
That's great. Okay. That was 2 things.
Okay.
What's one more thing that's way different?
I think for me, I've just changed as a leader, as a person. The person I was leading a company of 30 or 40 agents has drastically changed to leading a company of 2,000 agents with incredible staff. And so I feel like I've grown a lot. I mean, the decisions you can make when it only affects a few number of people, you can be somewhat nimble, and versus now you have to really think through all the consequences of a decision. And I think the people around me have helped me realize that. You're not just operating alone. You have other people that your decisions affect. And so I think I've grown as a leader in terms of really trying to get buy-in, really trying to have other people around me help me see around corners, right? And be a good listener. I came from the development world, and as a developer, you're your own man, right? You make your own decisions. If you see an opportunity, you take it, you jump, you act quickly. Mm-hmm. And I've had to slow down and really try and get buy-in and really, really refine my skills as a leader. And I'm still growing. I have tons of blind spots as well, but just try to be more humble and take in input from all the people around me, because oftentimes, they are a lot smarter than I am. So
yeah, I think your leadership team and we meet every single week.
Mm-hmm.
The way that everyone contributes, it's really refreshing to have voices from experts in every corner.
Totally.
And it's really cool to see how everything kind of elevates that way.
Yeah.